I got a question the other day, other than a code assistant helping out with day-to-day tasks, what else is the MMPM memory substrate good for? So in the space of less than an hour, I've designed a little experiment where we are looking at Glasswing, which is Claude's ability to detect and then patch software. And the idea here is that I have given it my 3 projects from my SAS to sell the memory substrate plus the memory substrate code itself, and asked it to create a vulnerability database for the last 6 months for any of the technologies that it uses, and to create a knowledge base memory substrate so that I can query into it. What is the highest risk to my stack? Use Glasswing skill. The idea here is it's going to query all of the vulnerability information that we've pulled off the internet, covering the last 6 months for my entire stack. Now in this experiment, I'm limiting it to the Node TypeScript, the Docker, Trafic, and some of the other technologies, softwares, and packages that the project uses. Now, as a senior software engineer, all the way through, I've been working with security reviews, and I have spent a lot of time and energy to make sure that everything is safe and ZAP scans are good, the security profile is good. But what I want to do now is to show you what the power of leveraging a knowledge structure in a memory substrate can do. I'm asking it a human level question: what is the highest risk to my stack? And then use the skill, which then goes and accesses the memory substrate. I've previously loaded it with 6 months worth of vulnerability data based on the tech stack, and hopefully now it will come back with what is the highest risk to my stack, and give me an assessment based on the projects that I'm running and then the vulnerabilities that we ingested. Now this is a limited test on a 4-tier stack, but you could imagine that you could potentially, if you wanted to, set up a little project where on a schedule every hour or so it checks for new vulnerabilities and then updates the memory substrate, so that future queries would then also have that information to check against. So if a bigger, higher security vulnerability came in, I would then be able to immediately know about it and its impact on the stack. So it's currently connected up to my customer MCP, which is just the same version of the memory substrate that the general public will have access to. And it's running its query now. So memory access is it running its query against this prompt. And what this does is it saves and stores and compounds any known knowledge. So it's coming back now with the highest risk to my stack is actually an Nginx heap overflow. And it's basically saying this is the biggest risk and this needs to be fixed now. So obviously directly after this, I will be fixing that vulnerability and then working through what is my next biggest risk. Now, none of these had shown up in my normal security process where I review code, review process, do a pen test, and then do a code review afterwards. So you can actually see the value already playing out.